What's going on, everybody? Spaceballs here. Welcome back to another Summoners War 2 video. Everyone, today I want to talk about my arena team. It is completely YOLO. I built it with Mega Shield on stream. I should say Mega Shield built it for me on stream. I've been having a lot of fun with it. It definitely has its weaknesses, which we're going to talk about as we do some battles. But overall, it's been a great team for me. It gets me 10 wins all the time. So today I want to showcase it with you guys, go over it, talk about it, show you how it works, do a couple battles in hopes that will help you guys build your own arena teams, maybe the same one, something similar, and get you guys in the right direction as far as arena goes. And it's really good to do if you're trying to max out your rares, commons, and heroics. Now, yes, it doesn't give you legendaries, but for 100 crystals, you are getting 2 epics if you can get to 10 wins. Usually, if I get to 7 or 8 wins, I'll still get 2 epics most of the time, depending on the RNG, and it will allow you to max out your rares, commons, and heroics much faster. So with all that being said, let's get into this one here, and let's talk about the team, and let's get into the battle. So each battle costs 100 crystals, and like I said, if you can get between stage 7 and 10, you're most likely going to get 2 epics. If you don't get to 10, it is RNG based on you getting the second epic. But if you get to 10, you also have a chance to get 3 epics. So if RNG is in your favor, you're getting 3 epics plus 7 other cards for your rares and commons. This is the team here. We have my man Thrain in the last spot. Thrain is completely broken in arena mode, guys. What happens here is once you get to their backline, you start spamming my man Thrain, and his stun is so obnoxious, especially if there's like 1 or 2 characters left. He will keep them stunned the entire time, which will allow you to win the fight. Almost as broken as Lapis is in the regular arena. Then I have my man Beretta here in the 7th slot. Then we have Soha in the 6th slot, Pony in the 5th. Now, if you don't have Pony, you could easily switch her with Meekin. They both work fine. Just happens I have Pony, so I'm using her. If you don't have Pony, don't worry. Just use Meekin. She does the exact same thing without the buffs. We have Bernard in the 4th slot, Perna in the 3rd slot, Garuda in the 2nd slot, and then our tank Ramagos in the 1st slot. If you don't have Perna, again, the team's not going to work as good because Perna is a main part of this team. And the way this team works is I spam Perna as much as I can in the beginning. I usually like to do 1 Perna, use the Garuda to bring the Perna back, do another Perna attack, and then follow it up with Beretta. And this team is a complete YOLO team. If they're using a Pony and Wusa, I will die most of the time. I won't be able to beat it. Sometimes I can pull the victory out with perfect counterattacks. But other than that, this team is complete YOLO, and it usually works on any other team as long as there's not a Wusa and a Pony. We are trying to put up as much damage in a short amount of time as possible. So the way this works is we want to spam Perna in the beginning, Beretta follow the Perna, and then Doomsday following that. Now, if the cards don't come out properly, it's not that easy to do, but it usually works okay. And as far as the spell goes, we have the Transfer, the Cleanse, and the Spoil. Our normal spells that we use in Arena as well. For the basic spells of the game, these ones are great, and it works perfect with this team. Transfer, you want to save until they put a big amount on you or they use their transfer, then you transfer back with yours. So I will not play my transfer unless they use theirs or I have a ton of dots on me. That's the only way I will use my transfer spell. The cleanse I'll save until I have a ton of stuff on me. You want to get as much value as you can out of your cleanses. Same thing with the Pony, being we only have 2 cleanses on this team. 1 is a spell and 1 is the Pony. So now that you know how the team works, let's get into some battles here and see if we can't get some wins. I did get 10 wins, I think 3 times with this team. I just started doing Arena, I think yesterday on Twitch with Mega Shield, because he convinced me that it's a much better payout to do Arena than waste my gems doing 10 pulls. I just love to summon, so I'll do my 10 pulls anyways. But he is completely right. It is better to sit here and do Arena mode. You get gameplay out of it and you get cards, so it's definitely a better choice. So here we have our Perna and Beretta up. We're going to use Perna first, and then we're going to reset with the Garuda. That is a perfect start for us. Having Garuda, Perna, and Beretta in our starting hand is perfect. It's exactly what we want to see. I messed up there because I'm talking to you guys. I meant to hit my Garuda to refresh my Perna, but that's fine. We'll just refresh Beretta. It works the same way, but on the first turn, refreshing Perna is the ideal, and I totally just messed that up because having 2 burns up is much better than having 2 Berettas up, but it works the same way overall. I mean, having the continuous damage is just as good as having to burn, but Perna doesn't last too long. That's the thing. So spamming her early on is the best way to do it. So we're looking good here. We're going to try to get a Bernard off here if we can to get a little bit of speed, since we don't have anything else up in our hand that we really want to use. So we got Furrows. That's fine. We can hit Thrain here, or we can steal the immunity. Let's steal the immunity from the Golem. That will be good for the next turn or 2. Now we have Perna up again, so we're going to try to use her. If we can't, we'll use Doomsday here and see if we can't stun some stuff in the back line, as in the Beretta. Perfect, we did. So this is going okay so far. We're going to use Beretta again here, get up some more dots. And then we're going to follow that up with our Perna again if we can. If we can't, we'll just let Perna die. That's no problem. Perna's here for basically the beginning of the fight only. Since we can use Perna again, we will, because he went with his Beretta. We can transfer these dots here. I'm not going to because we're still looking good. We can even cleanse if we really want to. I think I'm going to wait. We're going to cleanse now that he did that. We're going to counter cleanse. We didn't get the counter, but we got the cleanse, which is fine. Now we're looking good. We can steal the buffs when he comes in with the Gene. Now we're just looking to spam Doomsday as much as we can to finish this fight out. And we'll spam Beretta too if we can. But if we can't, we're just going to spam Doomsday. At the end of the fight, you want to spam your Thrain as much as possible to get up the stuns and all of that great stuff. We can use Beretta again since he's using Megan. I'm not sure why he used this Megan there. I wouldn't have done that. I would have went with Kamoon or Gene to get more heals or maybe just more raw damage. But we're still looking really good here. We're going to have Thrain up again in a second, so we're definitely going to use him. And hopefully we could stun the Gene and take out the Kamoon here. That would be awesome. So we took out the Gene and the Kamoon. Perfect. That's exactly how this team works, except for the mess up that I made in the beginning. The only different thing we could have done is use Perna twice in the beginning instead of using Beretta twice. But if you make a mistake or if you don't have Perna up, using Beretta twice is fine. The whole point of the team is to get up as much dot damage as possible. Spam Perna early on. If you can't use Bernard in your first 2 turns, don't worry about him. Just let him die. He's just there to take damage. The only way you use Bernard is if you can use him early on and get up that speed buff. If you can't, don't waste the mana using him. Just let him fall off. It is fine. You're mostly trying to spam your Perna, your Beretta, and then your Doomsday. That is your main goal here, and then followed up with your spells. If you're wasting your mana on stuff like Bernard, you won't have the mana to spam the other characters. So again, this guy was fairly matched with us. He's at 3,200 cups. We're at 33, so we're right in the same area. Arena mode is good like that. Sometimes, depending on who's playing, you'll get really low, and sometimes you get really high. I faced Mega Shield before. I faced the number 2 player. I faced the guy pay to win. I have faced them all at this point doing this arena mode, so you can really get matched up with anybody. I think it's completely random, being the fact that everybody's on the same level except for gemstones. So let's do another one here and see if we can't get double victories back to back so we can really showcase this YOLO arena team, because this team truly is 100% YOLO. You are just trying to put up as much damage as possible. You're not worrying about heals. You are cleansing when you can, but like you saw there, we didn't cleanse at all. We just went for that straight damage as quick as possible, and that overall is going to give you the best result by spamming your Beretta, your Thrain, and your Perna as much as possible. Now, this starting hand isn't that good, but we can use Bernard here. Like I said before, if you can use Bernard early on, that's fine. Use him. That's what he's there for, to get those early turns and get your cards moving. But after the first couple turns, if you don't get him going, just let him go. Don't worry about him. He is not important. He's not doing much on this team except for giving you extra turns early on. So here, since we don't have Perna, we're going to refresh the Beretta. That is fine. Like I said, refreshing the Beretta works just as good as refreshing the Perna. Getting the Perna off early on does work really well, getting up those double burns. But if you can't do it, you can't do it. Don't drive yourself crazy. We're going to try to stun the Angel if we can here. Since Thrain is up and we don't have the Perna up, we stun the Angel. That was perfect. Great RNG. Now we can run with the Perna just in case he tries to cleanse. I don't even think he has a cleanse. So again, this is a perfect team to have against his team. So he doesn't even have a cleanse up. We're going to use Bernard here since we don't have anything else. There's no reason not to. And then we're going to go straight into Beretta once again. And my Beretta does have a purple gemstone. I was super lucky to get it, let me tell you. So my dots are 3 seconds instead of 2 seconds, I believe. So we're going to just spam as many dots as possible here. We use the spoil, so that's going to go up now since we countered. It went up. Now he countered with the Angel. On the next turn, no matter what he does, he's going to die to dot damage. Even if he tries to spam his Lapis, we're just going to strip with Soha, like so. That was a little early there, but it should be enough to take out the Lapis. Again, a perfect showcase of how this team works. Completely YOLO, no heals, no cleanses, straight in for the damage. And we didn't even have Perna up. The way I normally like to do it is run the Perna twice and then the Beretta. You have to make do with what you have or how your cards come to you. You have to think on the fly. So if you don't see Perna, just spam Beretta. It works just as good, especially if they don't have a cleanse. I'm not sure why this guy isn't running a cleanse. He's a lot lower than our last opponents. But honestly, the trophies don't mean anything because, again, all the cards are on the same level. The only thing that means anything is the gemstones. We can do one more battle here. Why not? They're quick battles. Let's see if we can get 3 here. Show you guys how this team really works. We'll do 3 in a row. This way you guys can understand the team, see how the process works, see how the team works, and you can see exactly how I'm doing it. Now, we have a pony here. Not terrible. But if there's only one cleanse, you could just spam a ton of dots and bait the pony. So once the pony cleanses, then you can go in with more dots and your Perna. Let's see if we can stun this Nikki. I don't think we're going to be able to. But if we did, that would have been really awesome. This team might destroy us here because these bombs, we don't really have much to deal with it. I don't want to cleanse just one bomb right now. We're going to use Bernard because it's early on. We'll get that speed buff up and see if we can't get our cards moving here. We don't have anything to play. This is a really bad starting hand for us. So I had to use the Ramagast there to take out his Ramagast. No biggie. So now our hand is coming together. So now we can use Beretta. And we're going to follow Beretta up with Perna. I cleansed there because we had a ton of dots. And I feel like we're going to die if I don't. But we can reset the Perna with the Garuda, which is fine. Just as good as resetting the Beretta. We didn't get up any dots there. So I'm going to transfer these bombs over. Probably a bad play on my part. But these bombs are going to kill us. He transferred back. None of our dots are sticking. So this match is not looking good. This is one of those matches where we're most likely going to lose. We're going to try to stick with it. He's using the same strategy as me, as you guys can see, except he's not using Perna. He's using Lapis and Rakan, and it seems to be working great for him. My team is just dropping off here. I think we're in big trouble. But yeah, we're not doing good. It did not work the way I wanted it to this time. But again, this is a complete YOLO team, so it's not always going to work the way we wanted to because it is completely YOLO. And our starting hand was just terrible there. It really did not give us what we wanted. At this point, I'm just spamming Perna, trying to get up as many of these burns as we can because I know he used his transfer already. We can just do it again because we have Grid up. We might as well just keep spamming the Perna here. And if we can get up enough of these burns, they will actually ignore a ton of defense and we could get close. I think his Lapis is going to solo us here no matter what we do. I don't think there's much we can do about it, to be honest. Unless we get Lapis for Soha, that would be the only way. But being our Beretta went out early here, there's not too much we can do. That's why I'm spamming Perna in hopes that the burns will do enough damage to really take us over the top here. That spoil was actually clutch. Now we're down to just Lapis. Soha can solo this if I'm perfect with the counterattacks here. But I have to be absolutely perfect with the counterattacks. I countered there, but it didn't work. So that's what I'm talking about. If we're not perfect, we're in trouble. Because we need to steal that shield from her. And we won just like that. You see how bad that fight was going? And we were able to bring it back just by spamming Perna. I don't think Perna does any damage except for the burn. We just kept using Perna over and over again. And we got up so many burns to the point where it was doing so much damage to them that the whole team just felt like mine did. And even though it looked like we were losing, I stuck with it. I kept going and I just kept spamming my Perna. Because that's what this team is all about. Spam, spam, and more spam. Whether it's Thrain, Perna, or Beretta. Whatever character you have left, just spam it as much as you can. Worked great. Really happy with this outing here. Now I could keep going, but I don't want to make this video 45 minutes long. So we're going to leave it at that. I promise you guys, I get between 8 and 10 wins every single time with this team. It is guaranteed for me to get at least 7. So I'm always getting an epic no matter what. This team does work great. Again, if you face a Pony and a Wusa, you will have some issues. Most likely you're going to lose. But to be honest with you, you usually only see one of them. And if it's just one, Soha counters Wusa perfectly. So unless you see the both of them, you really have nothing to worry about. And I've beaten both of them before. It just takes really critical counters. But other than that, the team works great. It's flawless. I love it. That is my YOLO Arena team. If you guys have anything to add to this or any questions, please comment down below. You guys know I love to hear your feedback and I love to hear what you have to say. Once we reach 3,000 subs, I will start another sub celebration. If you guys want to be a part of the random giveaway that we do here on YouTube, all you have to do is sub to the channel, like, and comment on my past 10 videos, and that will automatically enter you into the random giveaway. I truly do love each and every single one of you. I will see you in the next one. Spaceballs out. Peace.